Hi, welcome to Hobbyionics. When I turn on my FlySky FS-i6 transmitter, this means the transmitter thinks something is on, either a stick or a switch. First let's check the sticks. Throttle stick is fully down, pitch, roll, yaw are centered. Now let's check the switches. All switches look off, but the warning is still there. First let's understand the switches on the top of the transmitter. FlySky FS-i6 has 4 switches: switch A, switch B, switch C and switch D. Switch B and C are looks to be internally broken. That causes this warning sign. Now that we identified the root cause of this problem of causing like warning sign, now I'll show you how to remove the old switches, solder new ones and test everything safely. Without further ado, let's get started. Before opening the transmitter, safety first. Ensure to turn off your transmitter before removing the batteries completely. Once it is done, I will remove the 4 screws on the back side of the FlySky transmitter one by one. Upon unscrewing 4 screws, I will gently separate the front and back panels. Do not pull it apart forcefully. There are wires connected inside. Inside there are 2 connectors that needs to be disconnected. The one is a battery connector and the other one goes into the gimbals, mainly the throttle stick. Basically there are 4 switches: switch A, switch B, switch C and switch D. Switch B and switch C are going to be repaired. Before you desolder anything, this is very important step. Always take a photo of the wiring connections. This ensures you soldered everything back exactly the way it was. Even if you think you will remember, take a photograph. It avoids wrong connections and saves a lot of time later. Once all wires are removed, the broken switches can be taken out. You can see that these switches are physically worn out, which is why the transmitter kept showing the warning. Now I will place the new switches into the same position. Make sure the switch orientation is correct before you tighten the nuts and also before you get started with the soldering. Now that we fixed both the switches using the nuts, using the photo we took earlier, I'll solder the wires back exactly as before. One wire at a time, clean joints, no excess solder. Right now I'm soldering switch C, which is a 3% switch. For 3% switches wiring accuracy. Now we move on to the switch B and solder 2 wires. One is white, the other one is yellow. Before powering on, always inspect your work. Make sure there are no loose wires or solder bridges. Now I'll reconnect the battery connector and the gimbal connector to the board. I will try to power on the transmitter before closing the case. So I'm just putting the batteries back onto the transmitter and turning on the transmitter. Still I see there are few switches in the on position, so I'm trying to reset back. As you can see, the warning message is gone now. Since everything is working fine, I'll close the transmitter. I'm going to remove the batteries. Now align the panels carefully, insert and tighten the screws. Do not over tighten the screws. And that's how you fix broken switch B and switch C on a FlySky FS-i6 transmitter. The repair removes the warning and restore all functionality. If this video helped you, please like and consider subscribing to Hobbyonics.